guys, and welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect. Today we're jumping back into some more FTB Skies, and boy oh boy, today we unlock our first creative items. Hopefully you guys are ready. Today I'm going to be jumping into some interesting gadgets and gizmos, and also completing some things that you guys have mentioned in the comments. I absolutely love responding and kind of seeing what you guys have to say as the episodes progress. And today, well, that's going to be one of those where I actually go and do some of that stuff, along with also completing this entire section right here and getting to the somewhere out there so we can start pushing this way. Now, I think we have literally everything we need to complete the second tier, or I guess you could say third tier of the pyramid. And all of these different things, it just requires us to make a little bit of food. The charged Certus, we can set that up quite simply today. Making the gargantuan is probably going to be one of the hardest things to do, but that's just an autocraft. And then we have Signalium, which is an autocraft. And then we're going to get into the luminous crystals, getting into some Apotheosis today. So that's pretty much the big thing. We already have blaze cakes automated, believe it or not. And we've already visited a sky island, and we can already make the industrial foregoing machine. So we have everything for the tier 2 ready to go. And by the way, blaze cakes, the best way to get blaze cakes is through the method that we already set up over here. So the barterer is really powerful because it does give you blaze cakes. So get that barterer set up as soon as you possibly can. Now, you guys mentioned that there was a boss that I completely missed in the end, and I want to go take care of that. So to do that, let's go ahead. Actually, let me turn this flight off for right now. Let's go ahead and get some ender pearls, and we are going to take a trip to the end. Now, you guys have mentioned to me, you were like, hey, there is a way to summon a boss from one of these towers. And I think it's the same mod that, yeah, the unusual end. And so we should be able to summon some sort of boss from one of these towers. You guys said all you have to do is use the dragon breath on some sort of block. And I was like, how would you even know to do that? But that should be a pretty simple task, and I don't think a boss is really going to cause us any problems. I just wonder what cool things we get from the boss. So apparently it's a part of this tower right here. And this central block is the golem altar, and I didn't even realize that, but you guys said use a dragon breath on it, and this apparently summons a boss. It's got 1,000 health. Oh my gosh. That made like an armor breaking sound. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that it makes an armor breaking sound. Can we not? I wonder what you get from this. Like if we can totally cheese it. Oh, well, that's not as fun. Oh, we got some sort of staticky effect. All right, let's get this guy killed. I do not like that it makes the armor break sound. That makes you immediately open up your inventory and go, uh-oh, what happened? I love it. Every hit is a crit hit, even though I'm not crit hitting. That's very interesting. And there we go. Okay. Well, you get a bunch of shulker orbs. What? A whole bunch. And you also get yellow hearts from that. I almost guarantee this could probably be cheesed with a mob crusher. Guarantee. I doubt it's been added to a list of mob crushers, but might get added in the future. Who knows? I just don't know why you'd want to farm these charms. Are they used for anything? Just to make a music disc? My goodness. So now that was definitely interesting and kind of a mild boss, if you can even call it a boss. But now back to getting into this in-game part, and really, our reward is kind of nice. I believe this doesn't get used up, the creative blaze cake, and it acts as a permanent blaze and allows you to set what heat level you actually want. If I remember correctly, I think it tells you here inside the description. We also get an affinity wand, which we already had, and a flight module, which saves us a lot of time. We could have just creative flight around our base and don't need a charm. And we get another affinity backpack. However, this one is completely powered. I don't even know what to say here, but I think there's tools that allow us to unpower this. That's so much power. I don't even, like, that's ungodly numbers of power right there. And we get that in a backpack. I was just thinking, I was like, man, could we decharge that backpack with like a decharger, because like I don't really need the backpack. I'd prefer to have some of the other crazy tools, but we could potentially uncharge it. That just sounds crazy. So one of the required ingredients is actually drenched iron from Elemental Craft, but if you looted enough in cities, you probably don't need to actually go for this craft or work towards making this. Instead, because I already have like 90 of them, so I should be good there. Now the pink slime ingots we have on Autocraft, and Elementium we basically have on Autocraft as well. Now the insightful crystals, these are going to be a little bit interesting. So I don't even know how to explain this. Normally these are used in a fashion of, let's see. Actually, we may have to use a screen for these. Thermal insightful crystals. They're used to store experience, but we're gonna need bottles of experience in order to do this. Now we could buy them off of villagers, but there's actually a way to do it with industrial foregoing. So for this little setup, we already have essence that we have from our mob farm, and we set up a dissolution chamber. So we can put a dissolution chamber right here. And well, we already see that the essence is going in from this tank. I just want to make sure that we are also taking essence from elsewhere. Let's make sure that this is disconnected. There we go. And I believe by me doing that, that is one of the problems when this is all hooked up, is that's not actually pulling the fluid that I need it to pull. This needs to go, we need to shrink down. Yep. Okay. So with that shrunk down, I might be able to get this to filter back out. Okay, there we go. Now that's the proper fluid, and everything else should have went back in there. A little finicky when it comes to that with the cables, because they just automatically connect and it goes through the cycle. All right. So in this, we do need to power it, but I also am going to set up a drawer. And I think for these crystals, how many do we need? 512. So several stacks of bottles. That is going to be a task in itself. Let's go ahead and put that there. And then as far as power goes, we can just use a point on the top. Actually, I probably need to set this up wireless. Yeah, let's actually use a GPS for this. And then we'll use another barrel. So we can have a barrel that's feeding the bottles, and then another barrel that is collecting the experience. Guys, I was just looking at my mob farm, like I'm getting all this done, but I just noticed we have 2 flight ability totems in here. Oh my. That is actually the thing I was looking for in the in-cities, is just to have creative flight. I don't even, oh my gosh. Now we have flight in here. Just always flight. We don't even need the charm anymore. Oh, I didn't know it dropped from regular mobs, but now I do. Anyways, with all of this going on, it's like I've had luck after luck today. I'm super excited. All we have to do is put this in here. Bottles are already building up. Oh, it doesn't even need glass. I thought it needed glass. It doesn't even need it. It just straight up is converting this directly into bottles. Super quick. Look at how many wow. That is insanely fast. And so we need this to push. And it can't even push the bottles out fast enough to keep up with it. It's just, okay, that's plenty. That's all we really needed. I should be able to now easily make 512 of these. Now, here's the problem that I thought I was going to have with this. It is very temporary, but it doesn't stack. You can see right here, they don't stack because they're items that store experience. They're a usable item. Now, the way to get around this is with auto crafting and having it requested. Yes, we can have it always auto craft a specific ingredient. And to do that, we just need an exporter with a crafting upgrade. So what I need to do is select this as the crystal on the element here. You have it on the task screen. And we're going to have to send it to the task screen this way. And so we are going to need, I guess, yeah, just an exporter. And so I can request an exporter. And then I don't think under refined storage, I don't think I have this set up for autocraft, but it's just as simple as crafting a few things here, and we'll have ourselves a crafting upgrade. And then this is what we'll put inside of the exporter. And so it'll try to export out the crystal, And if it doesn't exist in our inventory, it's going to continue to craft it, and should be able to craft all of these, no problem. Like, this is it's an interesting quest. I think that was sort of the idea, was to kind of force you to do this sort of thing. And I like that. I like things like that make you think outside of the box. So there's our exporter, right? And if we put the crafting upgrade in here and then actually make a pattern for this, then we should be good to go. So there we go. We'll put the pattern in, and then of course place the pattern inside of one of our crafters. And this doesn't have to be fast. This just needs to work for now. Hopefully it'll stop sending. It doesn't continue to craft if it doesn't have anything to continue to craft. But so thermal and then crystal. Pretty cool. What an interesting little thing. And so you can see right here, it sent the ones we had, and then it's just going to slowly start crafting them. So that's a perfect example of using refined storage to have on-demand crafts. So all you have to do is set up an exporter, and so long as there's a space for it to go into, it'll continue to try and craft whatever the actual exported item is, so long as there's a crafting upgrade. Now, as far as the elementium goes, well, we're going to need 256, and that means we're going to need twice as much of the, what is it called? Mana steel? Yeah. So we're going to need twice as much mana steel. So that means the request is going to happen 512 mana steel. Oh, this is going to be a process that's going to be interesting to watch. Oh boy. As they all get processed up here. That's very interesting. Let's actually take our magnet off because I don't want to interfere in any way. But yeah, it looks like it's working and then immediately getting collected. I did put speed upgrades in here. So yeah. Oh, I love that I have this on autocraft. This makes Botania so much easier. So with that done, I can go ahead and start tossing these items in. And yeah, I'm going to do it a stack at a time so I just don't overwhelm our mana system. I don't want to feed too many items in here that I'm not going to get back. But as you can see, yep, we should have enough. So perfect. There's my last bit. And now this is going to, of course, take a minute to recuperate itself. As we just did, we just used a lot of mana for that. Basically, almost, it's a little over a full, a little over a full mana pool for all of that, all of the, just the iron alone, the mana steel. It looks like this is now finished, so I'll definitely make sure to stop that. And that is complete. And then we have pink slime that is next. This gets submitted by hand. And pink slime ingots. I just need to wait a little bit longer because I never upgraded my tank. And I realized that after looking here. And that was kind of a my bad. Kind of a part on my end that was a problem. And I never actually set that up to properly do that. So I still have to turn these back off and just let this pink slime run for a little bit. But while we're working on other things, we can have that this running, right? This could be sort of the last minute thing that we're working on. Everything else should be pretty easy to handle. Gotta pop down in here and flip that. I love how you have to have an empty hand. Can't use a tool. And shift right click a tool. So while that's filling up, on the pink slime side of things, let's get our drenched put in here. And of course, if you're wondering how to get this, well, it's actually not too bad. It just requires yourself to put some iron into an element infuser, and you can use pipe automation for this. We're going to dive a little bit into elemental craft later on, especially for the higher tier items. But thankfully, elemental craft has been made really easy in this. You don't have to even search for the orbs. You can literally just like find you can make the orbs. You can buy random orbs off of here, but you also find the orb canisters throughout the end and stuff like that. So it's pretty powerful. Now let's submit the drenched. That's all submitted. That's done. That's done. So we get the creative waxing, which would be kind of interesting. It's just a way to wax things. Now, while we're working on that, let's go ahead and get this charged Certus crystal set up and automated. We need 256 charged. Now, as far as acquiring Certus quartz, it's pretty straightforward. We can just buy the Certus quartz from right here, and that'll be plenty for now. Now, the way we're going to charge this is simply by putting a charger down, hand crank on top of the charger, and then we're going to manually charge. All right, you know I'm kidding at this point, but it is kind of cool. I didn't know this was a thing. You can technically hand charge this if you absolutely wanted to. I thought that was kind of cool. So if you start a pack that doesn't have any other means, that could be a way to charge, but we can just hook this up to our regular power. I just I thought that was kind of funny. So regular charger, and then I guess to set this up, it shouldn't be too crazy difficult. I wonder if hoppers work, like regular hoppers. Well, if we just have a hopper here, the charger hooked in, right, to power, and then another hopper on top. Will it automatically stop? Yeah, it'll automatically hold it until it's done charged, and then it'll spit it onto the hopper. That's super convenient, right? It does seem like the power needs to be connected maybe to another side. It can't be directly connected to that side. Let's see, will this charge the other direction? It's hard to know. You'll have to see. Yeah, there we go. So that back piece has to be connected in order for it to work. Very cool, very cool. And that should take no time at all. Like, yeah, there it goes. So we'll just get those in, get them nice and charged up, and we need 256 of them. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to get some food cooking. Now, making the food is actually kind of fun. I do like this mod that this is involved in. Now, we need to get a couple of these nether salads set up. I don't know why you would ever want to eat nether salad, but we have nether salads here. And then the other major part is actually this right here, hoglin hide, which we've gotten. Now, hoglin loin looks like something that I'm sort of missing. And then right here, ham, a large cut of meat from a pig or hoglin's leg. You need something lighter than a sword to cut one. I think this is wanting me to use a knife. Now, oddly enough, we have a lot of hoglin spawn eggs. Yep. Oh boy, we have to kill them with an actual knife. And so, as you can see, if you have the eggs from the barterer, pretty sure these come from the barterer. I don't know, actually, I don't know where they come from. They come from something because we're getting them. So I guess that's how you actually get those items. That's kind of cool. Now that should lead us to everything we need. So we just need crimson roots, which apparently something that we can put in here. I'm assuming the crimson roots we probably get from the nether Sky Islands. We just need shears. So I'm assuming there's multiple themes in this because this one is a warped theme. And so, oh, by the way, this guy right here. Oh, he just fell off. I was gonna say that's a boss. Looks like there's some ancient debris here we can grab. And that's gonna take forever. Yeah, we don't have affinity. We're gonna have to get flight affinity now that I have flight. Also, I don't really need a jetpack anymore, so yeah, that can definitely go away. We'll see if we can't find another one. This is exactly what we're looking for, though. And I think bone meal on this gets you more. And so there we go. We have plenty there. Aha! So I figured that was the case. And this is one of the other islands. I haven't been to one of these yet. This, or maybe I did. Maybe it was one of the first ones we went to, but it was definitely way off the map. This is interesting. Sky High chapter complete. As you can see, we have completed it. The main part that I need to do, though, is bone meal this and grab some of these items. I believe that's all I needed from here, but I am going to loot it. It looks like we've opened enough chests to get the trophy from looter of actually doing that. How nice is that? So back at our cooking pot, there we go. We have that stuffed hoglin. That was one of the more challenging parts to make. And then the salad. So we'll grab our 2 nether salads. I should have had 2 nether salads. I don't know where my other one went. But we should be able to make another one. There we go. And then it's just as simple as putting these inside the pot. And that's it. I don't even think this requires a bowl, does it? No, it does not require a bowl. And we'll get ourselves some stuffed hoglin. That sounds appetizing. Super appetizing. Well, that's just one of the things. We're also going to need ratatouille, which requires, it looks like potatoes or 2 onions and 2 tomato and a beetroot. And that is very simple to put together as well. Now, to get the onion, we are going to need to buy wild onions off of the market, it seems. So I'm going to grab my market. Well, I'm sorry, dude. Nothing personal, nothing personal. Let's get our emeralds. Yeah, we can buy wild onions right here. And we should be able to plant these and then break them, and we get onions from that. Wow, that's super easy. So there we go. After farming everything, it should be as simple as just shift right clicking the ingredients in. And then this one does need a bowl, so definitely make sure to supply it with a bowl. And then we should get the ingredients. There we go. Ratatouille. So that's everything that we needed for this. So I can go ahead and submit that and also submit this. Now, I currently have the gargantuan flux storage being processed and made. We do have our mechanisms as well that we can go ahead and probably submit. Now, we haven't gotten to this part yet, but you can still go ahead and submit all of the stuff. Now, while the other stuff is processing, I guess we can go ahead and get the advanced processor set up, and then we're going to start with this. So that's 128 advanced processors, the 128. We should be able to start that. That's no problem right there. Now, getting into this from Apotheosis. It explains exactly how to do this, but you are going to need a bunch of rare items. Hopefully we have enough. We need to make ourselves a salvage table. So salvage table. And I don't think we can make it just yet because we need gem dust. To be able to get gem dust, well, you need to drop, it looks like dropping any Apotheosis gem in world and then dropping an anvil onto it. So yes, we need to take some of these gems that we have and, well, drop some anvils on them. Now, I guess in our case, we actually don't need to, because I just realized we have actually a bunch of gem dust. So we must have gotten this from all of the looting that we've done, for sure. That's definitely what has happened. So let's go ahead and make this. I guess we can just up and make it, right? Perfect. So salvage table. So we need an axe, and then we also need a smithing table. I think I'm going to put this down by our enchanting area, because that's where all of the enchanting stuff is going to happen. And the majority of the Apotheosis stuff is also going to happen down here. So with our salvaging table, ooh, also a bat. Let me try and get, no, I didn't get anything from them. Let's go ahead and submit this so that we have the precision mechanisms. And let's work on this. So we're going to need any of our gear. So we can search like this and rare. I think we can search. I don't know if that actually, maybe blue. No, we can't do that. Helmet. We can search helmet. And that is going to pull up anything that is a helmet. And what we're looking for is this blue stuff right here. So for example, this pickaxe is blue. And when we put it in here, that we should be able to salvage for some of these shards. And that's what we're going to have to do throughout. And as you can see, this is purple, which is like an epic, right? And this will actually give us a different color. Actually, this may be epic for different reasons. It doesn't look like it is allowed to go into the salvage for some reason. But normally the colors should be able to go in. I just got to find all the gear. Ooh, a good way to search this is by searching sockets. So a lot of these do have sockets on them. So if you grab out the socket, you can definitely see here that we have a lot. So this one, for example, please work, please salvage. So yes, we can salvage that. There we go. So I just got to do a few more of these. And there we go. We have enough to actually submit. Very nice. Very, very nice. I think now at this point, oh boy, we're getting very, very close. This is basically done. I think I'm just literally waiting for this to finish. Yep. There we go. So I should now be able to submit all of these different pieces to this puzzle. There we go. That is submitted. Now this I do need to put in my inventory. So let's grab that at flux and make sure to put it in my inventory so it doesn't get charged up or anything like that. That should be submitted. This whole section's done, and we get ourselves an antidote vessel. Greatly reduces the duration of negative effects. Very interesting. And then advanced, that's pretty easy. Signalium was pretty easy as well. And then the shards were also simple. We get mending out of that. I guess that is creative enough. And then advanced machine. I think I have that. Advanced machine. Yep, I have one. Just chilling in my inventory, actually. Submit that. And then last but not least, the blaze cakes. And we get a creative blaze cake. Now, here's the thing with this. I'm pretty sure this is an infinite use sort of thing. And any sort of like item, any sort of heater should be able to be heated indefinitely. So let me see. I know I have blaze. I think I have. Yeah, I have a couple of blaze burners. So here's a blaze burner, for example. And you can see we can toggle the actual level that it's set to, and it's infinite at that level. This is an incredibly powerful tool to just have our hands on. And we can toggle. Oh, this is awesome. Now the waxing kit is also really nice. If you're going to be building with copper, let's see. Now the creative waxing kit is actually pretty useful as well, especially if you're a builder. So we have these wood cutters right here, which require willow planks. I don't know. I should have some willow logs. So let's grab some of that, and we can make ourselves a willow cutter. And this will allow us to make some interesting blocks right here. You can see we have this. So let's make the connected blocks, right? Now what happens is we can have these put together, but we can also wax them to unconnect. And that is really what this is used for, is used for waxing these blocks. So now we can have something that looks like this. How cool is that? That's part of Hexarai. And that is what the waxing kit would be used for. And it's infinite. So in your infinite building skills, you should be able to put this to work. Now that we have that section done, it leads us into this. And we've already completed this last episode. So all we have now is to get the Terrasteel, get all the Swift Alloy ingots, and get some Desh. Now to do Desh, I think next episode, we are going to venture into space, and I think it is 100% worth it to really push for this mana pool, because I tell you what, mana costs a lot of resources to get into, right? It does cost a lot of coal or a lot of automation tasks to get this going, but once we have a singular mana pool, we have unlimited mana, like we can disperse everywhere. Well, I mean, it's just quite amazing. So that is definitely going to be the push that I'm going to be working for next episode. Quite amazing, honestly. Now the other nice thing that we got was the flight module, and well, we already have flight at this point, so this is kind of irrelevant. But the environmental controller would be how you would actually set this up. So you'd make the environmental controller and put that module in there and give it some power and define your Y level and how big of a radius you want, and it'll use RF to allow you to have creative flight wherever you're at, so long as you're within that radius anyways. Now, let's put this blaze burner to use. Like, we technically already have a way we can use this thing. Now, at the moment, we have this running, right? This tank. And this tank, without our goggles, we really can't see very much. But it's pretty slow. So let's go ahead and bump the speed up a little bit. So to do that, we can just put a blaze burner underneath. It's going to go the same pace, but not if we jumpstart this with a blaze keg. So just putting it at this level alone goes this speed, and I don't think it's going to get any other benefit from that, but this is going to get instant power. So long as we actually feed this with more water, we could get this spinning even faster, and this is just already insane power at this point. So there we go. I put the glasses on, and we can still see we're at a level 1, but we do have that extra heat, and it's still pushing out quite the speed, actually. And now producing 16. It's kind of weird that it does say boiler status is at level 1 because it can't handle the size, but it's actually putting out way more than what a level 1 should do. At least I thought. So it's at 16,000 stress units on here and going at a really high pace. So yeah, pretty useful. And this is just barely touching the surface, because we can have one of these that is controlling all of our pumps. And then I think what I'm going to end up doing is setting up a really large one that is going to be connected to one of these transmitters and allow me to have our setups elsewhere, right? We can even set this up in the overworld now that we don't have to worry about any kind of lava. Like the blaze burner, that's just so powerful. Well, guys, today was quite the journey, and I hope you guys enjoyed it thus far. We have a lot more expansion to do, because the next round is going to require a lot more infrastructure, as we're going to have to get into mechanism and also get into elemental craft. So a lot of cool things coming soon. So be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and ring that little notification bell next to it. That way you got to get notified when I do publish new videos, as YouTube seems to be doing some weird things with their landing page, as I think it's making videos a little harder to get discovered. So definitely do me a favor by checking if you've ring that notification bell. Also, I do live stream over on Twitch. You can check me out, twitch.tv/ChosenArchitect, and be sure to join the Discord. Now, with all that being said, it's time to thank the supporter of today's video. And that huge thanks is going to go to Mama Mia. Thank you so much for your amazing support, by the way, over on YouTube, becoming a YouTube premium member or YouTube member and clicking that join button that's right next to the subscribe button. So let's go ahead and get sup main up. There we go. And now your name should end up on this list. Thank you so much for your continued support. And guys, if you're looking to support in your own way, you can either do that via YouTube here with the join button and join the members system here. You can do it on Discord Premium, or there's even Patreon if that's something you're interested in. And I do live stream over at Twitch, so you could subscribe there. All of that is sort of put together, and you get access to all kinds of stuff over on the subservers over on Discord. So you get access to subservers, you get access to world downloads. There's all kinds of perks that I try to provide for all of that. So be sure to check it out if that's something you're interested in. And guys, I just want to say thank you for watching. You guys are absolutely amazing, and I would love to see you in the next episode. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. On, ooh, off, on, off. Oh, this is too much fun. We're gonna do this all day long.